the bedrock of Chinese emotional life and a harbour providing warmth and happiness. The rapid development over the past 40 years of reform and opening up has resulted in constant change and the upgrading of Chinese people's homes. In this new era of technological innovation, where everything is interconnected, Chinese people's lives are conveniently and wirelessly linked with the world, filled with an unprecedented sense of accessibility, happiness, and security. Everyone benefits from the progress brought about by high technology to live a better life. China's rapid development and advanced science and technology allows the future, once a dream, to become reality, as people from all walks of life strive to innovate for a better life with infinite interconnectedness. That life is being created. Another Christmas season is here, and the weather in Scandinavia is a little cold, but the streets still brim with holiday warmth. For Ola, this is the busiest and happiest season of the year. Early in the morning, he is already on his way to the factory over 100 kilometers away from home. Ola works at Maui, a company which has salmon farms located at the confluence of the warm North Atlantic and the cold Newfoundland current. Seawater here is rich in plankton, providing abundant food for more than 100 kinds of fish. Nature has made this place a well-known fishery. As the festival is approaching, orders from all over the world are pouring in like ocean currents, especially from China, where customers are surging year by year. The Maui team wants to deliver the freshest produce to Chinese customers as fast as possible.
I think our job is to produce the best possible food. And the Chinese people love their food. So for us to provide a product we love to the Chinese consumer food they love, it's a very big privilege for us, and we enjoy doing that on a daily basis.
8,000 kilometers east of the Norwegian fish farm is Xi'an, the largest city in northwest China. New Year's Day is approaching, and people who have worked hard throughout the year are going to treat themselves and their families at this time. In China, modern cultivation technology and quick and efficient logistics have made fresh ingredients, once unavailable in winter, available all year round. Nowadays, how to enjoy food in novel ways has become a satisfying challenge. Today, Lei Jiang brought his daughter to the market to shop for groceries, so that she could also feel the holiday atmosphere. What Lei Jiang needs to prepare is the end-of-year big banquet, and he wants to cook Norwegian salmon as its centerpiece. The high-speed internet gave rise to a new business model, online shopping. Lei Jiang's order is one of the over 580,000 orders that have been traded on this internet shopping platform. Smartphones are extremely popular in China. 5G high-speed communications, smart online shopping systems, and seamless global logistics have given rise to a new shopping experience. With offline shopping and online shopping combined, Chinese people are enjoying a happy life in a more bountiful era, where they can buy anything, including things they hadn't even dreamed of. On the other side of the world, in Norway, the Maui teams are quickly processing orders coming in from China. The fishery workers must finish fishing, slicing, speed freezing, and shipping as soon as possible, so that the fresh, delicious fish will be on the tables of Chinese diners in about 24 hours.
Full klaff på første forsøk.
These fresh fish, still carrying the aroma of the sea, have been marked with their own identity cards, with all the information entered into a big data system. The data is synchronized with Chinese customers through the network. From online to offline, seamless international logistics forge bountiful connections on both sides of the planet. Lei Jiang has now reached the suburbs to pick up his mother-in-law. Today, the family reunion dinner that he carefully prepared is the best gift for his loved ones. After a 10-hour flight, 7 hours of cold chain transportation, strict customs clearance and quarantine procedures, the fish ordered by Lei Jiang has arrived fresh at the online shopping platform's sorting center in Xi'an. The sorting system, using intelligent sensors, quickly reads the sea fish's ID data and allocates a delivery person within seconds. Within just 1 minute, this smart system can schedule delivery for 83 batches of fresh products. The delicious food that Lei Jiang ordered for his family is about to embark on the last 3 kilometers of its trip. For Chinese families, nothing is more important than a family gathering at the end of the year. In this age of the internet, just a mouse click away, this Atlantic Ocean sea fish took only 1 day to complete its transcontinental journey, bringing its fine flavors across vast distances.
你知道我们那个时候都吃不到鱼，我们那年下着大雪的时候，跟你奶奶去卖对联儿，旁边一个卖鱼的说：“我鱼也卖不动了，然后我拿我这鱼给你换一下，换个对。”我说好，就送了2条这个大鱼。无界的美好。
无界的美好。
好。
Today, there are about 600 million Chinese people who shop via the internet, ordering all manner of goods across the country and around the world each day. The internet connects everything, allowing countless Chinese families and the world to be pleasantly interlinked. Some people choose to reunite at home, while others go with the whole family out to restaurants to experience great food and enjoy themselves.
像现在各种进口啊，什么波龙啊、面包蟹啊，现在各种进口就过来了，特别方便。
喜欢吃肉丝，喜欢吃虾。
一个星期7天，我能来4天。
New technology is changing the way of life, allowing countless Chinese people to enjoy easily accessible pleasures, enhancing affection and bringing families closer together. Li Ringguan and his girlfriend have been together for 3 years and married not long ago. The change in his circumstances made him eager to take over household work. As newlyweds, everything relating to their home makes them feel inspired. Nowadays, there are so many different types of smart home appliances in China, it's tricky for them to make a choice.
我感觉这个功能挺好的。爸喜欢喝茶，干燥的放茶叶，保湿的那一片儿，还能放妈妈的化妆品。
面膜啥的，我觉得还是买个带母婴的吧。以后有了孩子还能放奶粉。
The personalization and customization service of the smart factory totally grabbed them. In the ordering app, the functions of the refrigerator are divided into different modules, like a jigsaw puzzle, for simple and intuitive use, so they can put together a personalized smart refrigerator for themselves and their parents, and even for their unborn child. In minutes, Li Ringguan's order was transmitted to the production line of the smart factory.
人们生活水平的提高以后呢，消费者需要的不再是一个
单个的产品，它可能需要利用科技创新来体验美好的生活，甚至来参与定制美好的生活。
Over more than 40 years, Haier and countless other Chinese brands have become part of Chinese life. From the handmade to intelligent factories, from traditional home appliances to smart homes, it is constantly upgrading. Today, this technology-empowered factory creates personalized smart products using artificial intelligence. In less than a week, the refrigerator, carefully designed by Li Ringguan and his wife, arrived at their home.
小优，小优，红烧茄子怎么做呀？
正在为您打开红烧茄子可以做的菜谱。
The internet allows Xiao Yu, the robot assistant built into the refrigerator, to be constantly connected to the cloud. The originally lifeless refrigerator has become a talkative butler.
放手渔舟唱晚古筝。
请开始欣赏美妙的音乐吧。
他还是一个小机器人，比较适合年长人，对这个电脑不太很会操作。 一叫小九，他就看把这所有的问题，他都能给回答出来。
As a new member of the family, from the moment the smart refrigerator enters the home, it will begin to familiarize itself and learn the habits of the family. Integrating with the new home is its mission.
我感觉这个智能产品肯定越来越渗透入我们的这个衣食住行的各个方面，肯定会对整个生活产生一个很大的改变。
Artificial intelligence gradually reduces human involvement in daily chores. As of 2019, China's smart home market was growing at a fast pace, with product shipments reaching 840 million units. Chinese people are entering an era where devices are more intelligent. Shenzhen, one of the most dynamic cities in China, has created a world-renowned Shenzhen speed. From the era of reform and opening up to the new age of this interconnected world, Shenzhen has always been a place of aspiration. Although daily work is intense, and she is busy doing the rounds, tending to dressings and looking after patients in her wards, Jiang Wen is happy. It was the vitality and opportunities of Shenzhen that attracted her to leave her hometown to come here and chase her dreams, like everyone who comes to Shenzhen.
特别喜欢深圳，然后呢，我们一家人也慢慢的留在深圳了，然后现在在医院工作也挺开心的。
早晨7点多噻，血压有点高，今天早上又冒凉，那你中午还是量个血压好吧？
Her mother, who is thousands of miles away, is Jiang Wen's biggest concern. Modern communication technology allows mother and daughter to communicate conveniently anytime and anywhere, which more or less makes up for the regret of being separated by such distances. Recently, her mother's blood pressure has not been very stable, but Jiang Wen can only monitor her mother's condition remotely.
母亲呢，她因为个人的那个乡情亲情割舍不下，她也不愿意长期待在我们这里。 他就一直强调，我在生活能够自理的时候，不是完全依赖你的时候，我还是想要自己的生活。做儿女的确实还是要尊重父母的选择。
In Chinese families today, children cannot always accompany their loved parents because of different choices between two generations. Although modern communications and convenient transport can allow tenderness to cross huge distances, there's no substitute for the warmth of dutiful family closeness. How to take better care of the elderly is a family challenge that cannot be circumvented, whatever the era. At the end of 2019, China's population aged 60 and over numbered more than 250 million. China is gradually becoming an aging society. These delicate small devices you can wear are inconspicuous, but are packed with new abilities, such as intelligent perception, data interaction, and cloud computing. And they are ushering the lives of Chinese people to a whole new level.
去哪头都知道，这我们这带的手机都漏的都知道。 这妈妈的今天走的路不少了，我是冇走哪里的，他的走了1-200米了，我觉得我有点放心。
我们使用了可穿戴的产品，能检测到家人全天候的健康数据，能实时上传到远端的健康云平台。医生及患者的子女可以通过手机就能观测到家人的身体状况。
This set of smart wearable devices is a new solution. Sensors monitor health indicators in real time with a high-speed communication module linked to mobile phones of distant relatives. At any time, a sensitive distress function is synchronized with nearby medical institutions. In just a few minutes, precise health data has generated a medical health report after being analyzed by AI and sent to Jiang Wen's mobile phone.
生命体征是稳定的，然后他的睡眠状态也好的，也没有呼吸暂停特殊的情况。做子女的或者家庭啊，可以去看，或者包括我们的医务工作者也可以去看他这些数据，可以提醒他提前去医院去检查就医，就是一种虽然距离很远，但是呢其实也很近的感觉。
Companionship is the greatest expression of love. However, Jiang's mother is in her hometown as she wants her own life and doesn't want her daughter to waste too much energy on her. Every year, Jiang Wen would bring her mother to Shenzhen to spend the winter together. When she cannot be with her mum, smart wearable devices will protect her mother like a family member, along with Jiang Wen, far, far away. Smart wearable devices are innovations originating from the deep integration of AI and the Internet of Things, and are serving hundreds of millions of families. China has become the world's largest application market in the field of smart wearable devices. Chinese people, with the help of AI, will cross the barrier of distance to feel the heartbeat of family love and the warmth afforded by technology. Home forms the warmest bonds between Chinese people, and companionship in this new era is enhanced by technology. No matter how long the road is, or how long we wait, there are still many people who look forward to the moment of reunion after long separation. This is a happy family with 4 generations together and children and grandchildren all around. Xiang Daoqiao has just celebrated his 85th birthday. When he was supposed to enjoy happiness with family, he still harbors a wish that has been unfulfilled for many years.
我总想着我的父母，没有他们，我走哪里有我？晚上做梦是有的是，有会老是有会转来转去的。
Direct links across the Taiwan Straits resumed over 30 years ago. Many of his peers have been reunited with their families after the Civil War in 1949, using various methods such as phone calls and letters. However, Xiang Daoqiao has exhausted every avenue to try and find his family, with no luck. Searching for his family members was like looking for a needle in a haystack. At his age, Xiang Daoqiao should have enjoyed a peaceful life, but his missing family is a constant source of sadness.
都不会讲话，又不太会跟人家交谈。
To help Xiang Daoqiao fulfill his wish, his sons and daughters found a team in Beijing that specializes in searching for lost family members. In China, where the internet is changing rapidly, technology is helping people solve problems that were once impossible. This search team is using internet technology to help families whose loved ones have been separated to reunite.
他当时就是说，他这个爸爸已经要85岁了，找不到这个亲人。以前是有通信过，但是因为搬家一些因素，所以他这个又断了联系。
This letter, sent 20 years ago from Sichuan province, is the only clue. In this letter of less than 2,000 words, the words Kaixin County in Sichuan province caught the eye of the search team.
有他那个村的类似村办公室。
Their experience tells them that if the descendants of the Xiang family have not moved away from the region, their system may be able to locate them.
我们其实是利用了这个互联网的这个我们叫精准弹窗的这个技术，只要用户他打开了这个手机定位，打开了这个手机的推送信息，那你就会能够收到本地的这样的一个弹窗的信息。我们就是利用这个精准弹窗的话，在老年人走失的地方周围5公里或者10公里，甚至整个城市去推送这条信息。
10 years of rapid development have given China the world's largest number of mobile communication base stations and the world's leading network coverage. The large number of users provides a sufficient supply of clues for this needle-in-a-haystack search. The intelligent people tracking system pushes people tracing information to target mobile phones with great precision. In the past 3 years, they've managed to find lost or separated relatives for more than 10,000 families with the help of the new technology. On August the 12th, 2019, Xiang Daoqiao's family search information was officially launched through pop-up window technology. In just 10 seconds, 21,200 people received push information regarding Xiang Daoqiao's search for family members. 1 minute later, more than 400,000 users received the information, and in less than 2 hours, the search team received calls from 10 sympathetic people. It was later confirmed, however, that none of these 10 calls was linked to Xiang Daoqiao's family, and Sun Hua and his colleagues couldn't help but feel rather dispirited. Based on location data, the search team more precisely focused on the Kaizhou area of Chongqing, what Kaixin is now called, and pushed the information again. Very soon afterwards, a phone call delivered a key piece of information.
也就是4个小时的时间，我们就有收到一些热心的网友，他有提供在家乡侄儿的联系方式，我们就打电话去跟他核实，都能对上。
Despite his age, the 85-year-old Sheng Chao insisted on walking more than 10 miles up the mountain to pay his respects to his late parents.
妈妈，不晓得日子了，这孩子不相信儿子，是不是？
With the help of new technology, Sheng Chao finally fulfilled his long-cherished wish.
就是两岸的这个情感，它其实是没办法割舍的。那我们两岸寻亲这方面的工作呢，其实就是帮助两岸架起一个沟通的桥梁。那我们也希望能够促进更多的两岸团圆，促进大家的团圆。
Decades of anxious anticipation were satisfied in just 4 hours, all down to modern technology. The warmth that technology delivers renews people's affection and makes their longed-for dreams come true. China's technological innovations have helped more people like Sheng Chao return home. And now, in this era of rapid development and unlimited connectivity, more people are discovering their new home. The porcelain capital of Jingdezhen has been trading for 4,000 years. The ancestors who refined their craftsmanship using earth and fire would never have imagined that today it would have become an international city of art. The nickname of Janjiako, foreign drifters to Jingdezhen, refers to foreigners who come to Jingdezhen to study ceramic making. They have joined the family of Chinese ceramic artisans, bringing unique designs to this traditional Chinese craft. Cami, a French girl, is also one of the foreign drifters to Jingdezhen. With her love of Chinese culture and life in China, Cami came to Jingdezhen. The studio is her creative world and her home in China.
我来景德镇第一次来有10年前，这个地方吸引我，一种美的感觉。回欧洲以后一直在想这里，想在这种美的环境生活，然后继续做我的工作。所以我来了。
Integration is her latest work, and Cami has been eager to integrate into China. After 4 months of ardent creativity, she has come to a halt. It is always both painful and joyful to create, but here there are those like family members who are always willing to help.
这个互相一定要通气。如果不通气的话就是跟人捂住鼻子嘴一样的，你在烧的过程中你出不来，知道吧？
师傅不会太多的给我说一些好听的话，就是当他就是会不停的推我，帮我做得更好，更可以成功。
Half a month later, inspired by the master, Cami finally discovered the path to integration. In the mobile internet era in China, countless social media platforms and public accounts have become the stage for people to freely express and show off their personality. Cami presents her porcelain works to display her artistic expression of integration into China, combining East and West. The borderless social network has enabled Cami in Jingdezhen to expand her circle of friends all over the world.
这个线要放多，对，
这样，对，两张，
对， 来，
好，1、2、3，看我哈，
茄子。
In addition to her collectors from distant places, Cami also has a Chinese family nearby.
因为这个事情，我们比较成为朋友，他们觉得这个姑娘不错了，我们可以做朋友。
开玩笑的，这是。
Cami's small home in Jingdezhen is a truly international family. They have get-togethers from time to time, making the place feel like home.
人细，就是人多，不会那么冷。别的朋友给我他们的爱。 我的爱意带给我一个妈妈给女孩的爱，师傅也像一种夫妻一样的爱。
Inside is a cozy little home. while outside is a colourful and enthusiastic community. China is no longer just a stop for art innovation for people like Cami, but a home for their dreams and their soul. Statistics tell us that China exported 25 million tons of ceramic products in 2019, with an export value of $100 billion. More and more foreigners found a sense of belonging in China due to the unique charm of Chinese culture and the tremendous convenience of Chinese technology. Lured by dreams, a foreign country has become home for many, and a sense of belonging and achievement that exceeds national borders is growing in China. This is a group of glamorous and quite peculiar little things, which Yang Changxia affectionately calls guifei, or princesses. Yang Changxia has to look after the princesses for 16 hours a day, and to her, these princesses are her hope for big changes in her life. One evening, 11 years ago, Yang Changxia had just finished a day's work, as usual, ready to rush home to make dinner for her husband and daughter, when a phone call from the hospital made her instantly stop at a crossroads in her life.
他中午都还好好的，还好着了，下午就没了。
The sudden death of her husband meant that the mainstay of the family was gone, and Yang Changxia and her daughter had to return to her hometown of Tongren, Guizhou. She took out all her savings, rented 50 acres of hills, and pinned all her hopes on her chicken princesses.
想不通我妈为什么要来这个山上养这个鸡，因为那时候来的时候这边什么都是破的，而且这里天寒地冻的，离那个城市也远。然后说，天哪，老妈这是干什么呀？
这是贵妃鸡，这个是。所以呢，它这个乳子活。
With their thin skin and fragrant meat, princess chickens originated in Europe. Nourishing the qi and the blood, they are highly sought after by diners. To Yang Changxia, these chickens were her hope in restarting her life. However, 3 months later, when the princesses were ready for sale, Yang Changxia didn't realize that her carefully raised babies had fallen out of favor in Tongren.
我去我们当地跑了3天市场，没卖出去一只鸡，尴尬。
Reared in the mountains, these princess chickens have a huge appetite, consuming 200 kilograms of feed and 150 liters of water daily. In a fortnight, very little of Yang Changxia's savings were left. Cities with different delicacies like Guangzhou, Shanghai, are the best markets for princess chickens. Back then, it took 26 hours to travel from Tongren to Guangzhou by train, and Yang Changxia did not factor in the difficulty of getting her produce beyond the mountains. To make her situation worse, Yang Changxia got more bad news. In 2014, she was diagnosed with mid-stage rectal cancer.
我手术前一天晚上特别焦虑，要是手术出不来了，花的钱也花了，人也没了，这个孩子怎么办？我进去的时候，我就希望那个医生推那个车的时候慢点，多看看这外面，然后多看看他，就怕再也看不见了。
Difficulties in reaching their potential markets, as well as the sudden illness, were like a big mountain in front of the family. Only when it had been conquered would Yang Changxia and her daughter's future materialize.
坐车是痛苦无奈呀。你说你回家过年，你都得回去吧。
As the best-known Chinese photographer who specializes in trains, Wang Fuchun feels that people can understand China via photos of trains.
那时候坐车什么的就拥挤，就一个门开着，全上全扒出来，完了窗户打开后，完了扒窗户，而且一站1天1宿、2天1宿、3天1宿，腿都肿的这个挺老粗的。
In Daliangshan in Sichuan, the green-colored slow trains still run from Shida County to Xichang, stopping at 26 small stations along the way. Attentive, considerate crew members and cheap fares of around $1 make local villagers see this train as an integral part of their lives. In the era when transport was inconvenient, this type of old slow train helped people fulfill their dream of going out. These historical trains now occupy a special place in the heart. Big mountain in Tongren was successfully completed. And since then, the high-speed train from Guangzhou to Tongren takes just over 5 hours. The day that young Changxia has been looking forward to has arrived.
我们家的贵飞机现在每天往上海、广东、北京，平均1天300多只。
大城市他们是需要我们这些农产品的，他们来我们这边也方便。 我们过去也方便。
Thanks to high-speed railways, there are no mountains now that can stop the exporting of local specialities from mountainous Guizhou. Young Changxia's life finally bounced back. The mobile internet boom inspired her, and young Changxia invites a good-looking princess chicken to live stream every day. These cute and calm princesses attract thousands of netizens daily to watch and make payments.
咱们家的小贵妃，有没有喜欢我们家的小宝贝的？
Before long, young Changxia gained more than 300,000 loyal fans, and customers even take the high-speed rail every now and then to visit these little stars in the mountains.
上海的客户、广东的客户都会来看我的贵妃鸡，我也会做贵妃鸡给他们吃。 现在我们几乎80%都达成了合作伙伴。
The speed of the railway and the excitement of live broadcasting have been a great help for young Changxia. Her princess chickens zip to all parts of the country on high-speed rail at more than 300 kilometers per hour. The sales of tens of thousands of chickens a year helped young Changxia and her daughter conquer the mountain that once stood before them. Misfortune rarely comes in single doses, but now a double dose of happiness is arriving, and young Changxia's condition has been effectively controlled, and the mother and daughter, like countless other Chinese families, are enjoying a better life in this era of rapid progress.
希望老妈身体越来越好吧，然后找一个老伴再一起出去游玩，2个人拍拍照啊，和美美的，享受一下生活，看看我们这个中国的大千世界。
The Beijing Janjiako Railway was the first railroad designed and put into operation by the Chinese themselves. After more than 100 years, the sculpture of its engineer, Mr. Janjiako, is gazing at the high-speed railway winding through the sublime mountains. History and reality intertwine here. High-speed rail is like China's artery, connecting thousands of households as well as mountains and rivers across the land, traveling towards a better future by carrying Chinese dreams. The pulse of Hong Kong is the same as the tempo of Dr. Chen Kai-shu, who is in a race against time every day. Previously, the distance from Hong Kong, Tsinsatsui, to the clinic in Luohu district across the Shenzhen Bay Bridge was 60 kilometers, and it would take him 30 minutes. For Chen Kai-shu, time was tight, and there was considerable pressure. The Shenzhen-Hong Kong Express Rail Link now makes it possible for Chen Kai-shu to go directly from Hong Kong to Shenzhen in just 13 minutes.
去深圳北其實只係講緊10幾分鐘，去廣州都係1個小時，以前搭車要3個小時㗎嘛。
At the end of 2018, the Hong Kong West High-Speed Rail Station opened. This was like opening a door to both time and opportunity, with hundreds of thousands of people traveling between Guangdong and Hong Kong every day. The economic co-prosperity spawned by the Greater Bay Area of Guangdong, Hong Kong and Macau, and the swift interconnectedness of multiple modes of transportation have made the good life a new standard on either side of the Pearl River. Because of the power of technology, China's Tibetan plateau is no longer synonymous with mystery and inaccessibility. Nima Pindo, a Tibetan girl, is telling the story of her hometown in the snowy plateau in a most up-to-date fashion. Two years ago, Nima Pindo graduated from college and returned to Lhasa from Beijing, where the sunshine, language and culture of her hometown filled her mind.
就从早上我上班，我可能会用手机打滴滴，然后到咖啡厅买东西，也会用到二维码支付。拉萨的话，它已经非常普遍了，因为这样的话也比较方便。
Nima Pindo's dream is to do her part in promoting the culture of her hometown, and the power of technology has allowed her to realize her wish.
今天我们主要讲的直播的3个宝贝，也都是我们非常经典的藏地圣物款。
Live streaming on the internet is a stage for Nima Pindo. A wide range of Tibetan artifacts tell endless stories. She is cheerful and positive, has over 1 million fans, and she is also young and fashionable. What Nima Pindo looks forward to most on a regular basis is helping folk in the Four Seasons Auspicious Village conduct live broadcasts every week. The main source of income for the villagers of Four Seasons Auspicious Village is Tibetan carpets, which have been passed down for thousands of years. The villagers' skillful and happy daily routine is made up of performing nearly 10,000 strikes a day, weaving 85 buckles per hour and rolling up 20 loops per minute. In this era of borderless interconnectedness, the 1,000-year-old Tibetan carpet has found its way into the world from the land of snow.
看一下我们这个经纬纱和大树之间要编个扣，他说这个就是打结的方式是可能是最难的。
Nima Pindo's lens brings out the glory of these Tibetan carpets, and it's the world's highest altitude live broadcast for merchandise.
1个月左右的一个工程。
Nima's lens tells the story of the plateau, attracting more than 70,000 viewers. The village's high-speed network makes live streams flow seamlessly.
这种藏毯它用的是毛纱做这个它的经纬。
The live broadcast helps village folk develop a close connection with buyers from Shanghai, Istanbul, Tokyo, Paris, Singapore, and other parts of the world. The popular live Chinese fashion broadcast makes the village as auspicious as its name.
拉萨地区的物流人员已经开始集中返乡。
In Tibet, there are more than 20,000 young people like Nima Pindo, who use the internet to tell the story of their hometown to an audience in China and the world, traversing the barrier of time and space. This is one of the world's highest altitude airports, Lhasa Gongar International Airport. In 3 hours' time, the Tibetan carpets from the Four Seasons auspicious village will be sent out to the world from here. Now, Tibet has opened up 120 air routes, and in August 2020 alone, there were over 5,000 flights, carrying thousands of passengers and thousands of tons of cargo. The roads cover nearly 100,000 kilometers, and the railroad on the snowy plateau extends for more than 2,000 kilometers. There are also more than 400 5G communication base stations. China's Qinghai Tibetan Plateau is now more in step with the world than ever. This is an era of happiness and change. It is an era of infinite interconnectedness, where technology has brought China and the Chinese people closer together and more connected to the rest of the world. It is an era of rapid and extraordinary progress, bringing the dreams of a better life for all closer to reality.